Okay then, are we in? Right, Christy, let's do this. Okay, so as the channel suggests, my name's Stanley Ben, ex-Royal Marine, 10 years, blow me on trumpet, oi oi. And what we're going to talk about today is fire control orders. Now, if you don't know what a fire control order is, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the basic sketch. Right, let's have a look. A fire control order, right, as you see at the top here, fire control order is given so that the soldier can recognise the target and fire at it effectively. Okay, that is basically in a nutshell. Christy. Now it's given in a sequence using mnemonic GRIT, which stands for Group, Range, Indication and Type of Fire. Now you want to incorporate this sequence in each type of fire control order. There's 4 different types of fire control orders. Okay, full, brief, individual and delayed. So you want to incorporate GRIT in each and every one. So what does GRIT stand for? Now the first letter, G, group, stands for which group is being indicated for. So who is this order being given to, basically. Now it'll either be the fire team, it'll either be section, or it could even be an individual like a marksman or an anti-tanky or whatever. So that is the group. So you'll always give the indication of who it's for. So you always give the group. So it'll be section, fire team, marksman. Yeah. Okay. So the second letter is R, standing for range. Now these will always be rough ranges unless you've got a designator. Okay. So rough range, it'll be section 300. Yeah, or fire team Delta 500. Yeah, so group range. And the I stands for indication. Now this is a target indication. Now this is a sort of subject that you can, I'll do a video on actually, to be honest, because it's quite in depth. But everyone should be able to give a target indication because it's just highlighting the enemy to the squad or the section. Okay, given brief descriptions of what that enemy is and where it's travelling to. So that's the I indication, and then T will be type of fire. Now in the British military you'll have, there's only really 2 types of fire. You got rapid fire, yeah, 5 to 8 rounds with a mean, and then you got deliberate fire, which is more controlled rate, yeah. So it's all about ammo conservation. But within a firefight, the first thing you want to be doing is getting a high rate of fire down, yeah, winning the firefight. Now, if this was me, this would be my rapid fire, yeah. I'd be fucking wanting to kill everyone, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But every soldier, should be able to sort out his own ammo conservation. It shows good that you're situationally aware, yeah, that you're in control of yourself. But sometimes a squad leader will dictate it. It'd be like rapid fire, and then it'd be like deliberate fire, you know, ammo conservation. He's just trying to control things. But you should be able to dictate that yourself. Like if all the enemy dead, then what's the point in continuing rapid fire? Yeah, if you see where I'm coming from. Right, so that is grit covered. So you want to employ each one of those in each fire control order. So let's move on to them now. First type of fire control order is a full fire control order. Now this is given when you've got loads of time, when you've got all the time in the world. Okay, basically when you've seen the enemy first, you've got tactical advantage of the situation. So you can implement the full sequence of grit. So I could shout out section, range 500, bearing 310. You'll see 2 times enemy in 2nd story building, rapid fire. Okay, so I've implemented the full sequence there, haven't I? The group, section, I'm given a range, what's it, 600, indication, so 2 times enemy, 2nd story building, there's my indication, and a type of fire, yeah, rapid fire. So that is a full fire control order when I've got enough time to give a implement the full sequence of grit. Okay, so I give another one then. Okay, section 400, bearing 240, bending road, 1 times enemy, moving 2 o'clock from bend, rapid fire. Okay, so we've got section, okay, rough range 400 meters, enemy at bending road, travelling in that sort of direction, okay, 1, 2 o'clock, rapid fire. Okay, that's a full fire control order. Let's do a quick mag change in cover so we look good. Okay, so that's the first fire control order. The second one then is the brief. Now a brief fire control order is pretty much the exact opposite of a full fire control order. It's given when you haven't got enough time. This is when the enemy is danger close within 50 meters. So you want to give an indication with as less information but enough to get lads' eyes on, if that makes sense. So you use this using the direct method. So it could be half left, 50 meters. Yeah. Contact front, 20 meters. Yeah. Half right, 1 times enemy. Yeah. Technical, half left, 50 meters. Yeah, so it's just a brief description, brief ranges, direct methods, yeah, so sharp angles. So direct methods is left of arc, axes, right of arc. So you're going half left, half right, axes, or target front, yeah. And you can also utilize the compass for this. So contact west, 50 meters, yeah. Contact north, 20 meters, 1 times enemy, yeah. They're brief fire control orders. Cool. Now, what we're going to talk about now is the individual fire control orders. Okay, so second one's done, brief. Now we're going to talk about the individual, and these will be given to a specialist, predominantly a marksman. It could be a tanky. So, right, let's take an example. Right, so I've got this. We use these two dudes up here, right? So I could go marksman, range, rough range, 600 meters, 2 times enemy in second story concrete building. Okay, get yourself up in that lighthouse, get eyes on, and wait for my command. Over. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say over because I'm not on the radio, but if he's within my vicinity, then basically I've given him a group, yeah, individual fire controller, marksman, yeah, rough range, indication, so he's got eyes on them too. Get yourself into a good fire position, yeah, so get yourself high or whatever, or push right. We could be in a good position here, yeah, and then get eyes on and await further orders. That's an individual fire control order to a marksman. Now if I was giving it to a tanky, I could be, okay, listen in, AT, range, 600 meters, 1 times burnt out vehicle, moving left to right, prep your weapon system, check your back blast, and you're clear to engage. That is an individual fire control order to a tanky, anti-tanky, okay? That's pretty much it. So as I said before at the beginning, like you won't be given or won't be told what type, you just need to know. So if it's a full fire control order, it means you've got loads of time. You've seen the enemy, they haven't seen you. If it's brief, it'd be right fucking front here. Individual would be to a specific person. So that is individual. Okay, and the last one that we're going to talk about then is a delayed fire control order. And this is basically an ambush, okay? Because what it is, let's, right, for example, let me take this radio tower up here, right? So we've got these like radio masts or radio towers up here. If there was a enemy squad heading like 5 o'clock from this vicinity, and they were travelling all the way down to this small little town here, they're going to have to travel through all of this vegetation, right? So there's loads of cover here, there's loads of dead ground, and you're going to lose line of sight. Well, if you're all in a baseline here, the whole section's in a baseline or spread out, you're all going to have different eyes on this. So you're all going to have different line of fire, line of sight, or whatever. So you're going to lose them in sort of stuff like this. Look, dead ground. There's loads of dead ground behind there. Is that a small little valley? I don't know. But they're all going to come in and out. And as a commander or a section leader or squad leader, you want to be engaging them in open ground, basically, so where they're all exposed. So let's have an example. So if I said section, rough range, 900 meters, you'll see radio tower, enemy squad moving 5 o'clock of that vicinity into the wood line. Once they reach out of the wood line into the open ground, rough estimation 280 degrees, okay, I'll initiate the attack. So watch and shoot, watch and shoot. If you hear those words of command, watch and shoot, then you know it's a delayed fire control order. Okay, that's your keywords. When I say I initiate the attack, that means when they all come into view, when they all come into exposure, I'll initiate the attack, and then all my boys will open up then. That is the delayed fire control order. So listen in for the words of command, watch and shoot, watch and shoot. Now, that covers fire control order in a nutshell. What I want to talk about quickly is the mnemonic CLAP. Now you can utilize this when you're on the comms, communications on the radios. What it stands for is CLAP, so clear, loud, as an order with pauses. I'll just show you here. And basically this is how you should be given your fire control orders. So clear, calmly and concisely, loud enough for each soldier to hear it, as an order, so with a bit of backbone, yeah, authoritiveness, and then with pauses, so with pauses. Yeah, so you're highlighting key things. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is fire control orders. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. If you want some more videos, I can put some more out. I'm contemplating doing a few more, but just let me know. Tell me what you think. I'm not the best. This is my first video, so I always appreciate a bit of feedback. I'm not too good at editing, so I'm just going to bang this up. But I'm thinking about doing things on target indication, definitely. Maybe a marksman video. I don't really want to cover sniping because it's too in-depth and there's loads of videos out there. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Peace out.